Okay, we just had some news. Something has happened and we need to move into the house. So we have about 6 weeks to finish everything up. So the videos over the next few weeks are gonna be
fast and furious. Too fast, too furious.
Hopefully fast and furious enough that we can move in.
Yeah, we've dragged this on long enough. It's Florida tooth.
That's what happened. Hal got a Florida tooth. That was the news.
That's the news. Time to move in. Teeth are falling out.
We need to save our rent money to fix his teeth.
Dentist says no renovation for at least 6 weeks. So.
No, but for real, what are you going to be working on today?
So here you can see a tale of two rooms. This room we got done, pretty much. It's now clean, smells nice, dust free, sorta. And we got this room, super dusty. You can see that's where a lot of the tools went. We've been scraping and painting and stripping and sanding and priming and doing all kinds of stuff in there. I'm going to get this cleaned up so we can finish it up. That's the plan as we progress through the house. Got the parlor, the dining room, and then soon you guys will see the kitchen. We're getting the countertops real soon. We're going to do a big reveal on that. That will be pretty much start to finish. All right, let's get to it. First thing I need to do is cover these doors. I took the doors off, they're over there. I'm going to move them probably to the basement. But I'm going to put up some plastic so that we don't get dust into the clean parlor now. So this is the dining room we're in now, and the plan is to get this room livable. First step, clean up all this junk. Tools, everything you can see that we have for renovation. I gotta put those doors somewhere. Those are interior doors to the house. You're going to take these outside and dust them off. It's going to be nice when we get to refinish them. Also too, if you hear any children screaming, it's the day before Halloween and the neighbor's out scaring his kids. It scared me a couple times. Okay, now I got the room pretty cleaned out. Everything's gone, and I'm gonna get up this dusty old paper and lay down some vacuum and then lay down some fresh paper. And I can't help but think about the Groucho Marx movie Duck Soup, where towards the end of the movie, he's appointed president of Fredonia, and at the end, one of the cabinet ministers says, "We must take up the tax." And Groucho says, "I think we should take up the carpet." And the guy looks at him and says, "I insist we must take up the tax." And Groucho says, "Well, yeah, I guess he's right. You can't take up the carpet without taking up the tax." So, I love the Marx Brothers. So that I can't stop thinking about that part of the movie as I take up this dirty old paper. Alright, gonna sand it up, prime it, put it back. Okay, so working in the dining room today, I'm going to scrape all these baseboards and get them painted. I took off all the quarter round, and it's in pretty rough shape. Kind of came apart in some places, so we're going to have to replace that. What's really interesting though is this quarter round is different than like modern quarter round. I don't know if you can see the shape of that. So hope it's not one of those situations where we're going to have to get one custom made, but I do like that it's a little bit smaller than what modern quarter round is. So we're going to have to figure that one out. So I really don't want to put this back. Some of the pieces we can. There's some long ones that we can, strip down and sand, and they'll probably look nice. So either we're gonna have to replace it all or make the old ones work. All right. Don't think these floors have been refinished, which is kind of nice for us, so that when we're ready to refinish them, there's still plenty of wood left on it. Because over there where it leaked, that floor is gonna need some sanding. It's a little lumpy, a little wavy. All right, more scraping. Fun. Okay, so I was sanding here last night, well into the night, and I think it's all pretty much smooth. I think I got about as much as I'm gonna get off by sanding. Gonna mix up a little of the putty and kind of fill in some of the, uneven surfaces. Because at a certain point, you gotta just stop scraping paint. Otherwise, we'd have to do the whole room, and That would just take forever. And it's not really necessary. I mean, a little bit of this on there, and we can then prime, and then once we've primed, we can paint, and we'll have another room done. Except for the floors. Except for the floors. We're going to, as you know, we're going to wait until we're done, and we're going to sand the floors after everything else is done so that we don't get any paint on our nice new floors. I will say that I've really enjoyed working with this Durham's, but it does kind of go from like soup to solid pretty quick. So just got to mix multiple little batches. And camera probably can't pick that up. But basically there's like a huge chip of paint right here. I'm just going to go around and do that along the doors and along the floorboards. So I'm almost done. Been scraping a lot of wood putty. And then I'm going to run a bead of caulk along this board. But as I'm looking at this, I can see that there's, paint in here. And it's really lumpy paint because nobody bothered to clean it out 2 or 3 times it was painted. And I know some people probably think it's a little bit excessive. I mean, how many people are really going to see this? Not many. But I know Kristen's attention to detail. And I know we want to do it right and not have to do it again. So I'm going to go ahead and keep scraping. Try to decide on a color for this room. Obviously we're going light colors in a lot of the rooms, but this is going to be our dining room, and our furniture is mid-century modern. We have an old Drexel table. It's really cool. We have a record cabinet from the 50s, and with the Drexel buffet. So the light above is going to be, probably more mid-century looking than 1920s, but that's just to go with our furniture. So I don't know. I'm trying to think of a color. For some reason I was thinking a little bit darker than we've been doing it. We did pick out one color, but it was actually kind of matched the old color that was here, which kind of grossed us out because it's flashbacks to when we got the house and it was just so awful, so smelly. And, so we're definitely not going that route. Alright. Pretty happy with that.
So we finally decided on a paint for our dining room. This is a Benjamin Moore paint. It's called Simply White, and it's a really nice creamy warm white. It's going to look a lot nicer than this primer. And then we'll be able to add color in with curtains and other things in this room. Like I think Hal told you earlier in the video, we have a really cool mid-century dining room set that we're going to be getting reupholstered. So we will be bringing color in other ways. So we're going to stick with white for the walls.
Right? It feels like midnight, but it's only 6 o'clock.
With the time change, it is getting dark really, really early here. So.
Alright, wipe the walls. Hang them up. So these are 2 colors that didn't make the grade. Going with that one. color choice. Now that we're here in the sunlight, we can see the room a lot better than we did last night. And there's still a lot to touch up around here. Obviously, don't look at that.
So we're gonna finish up the room, and then we'll show you when we have it all done.
Yeah, but I like it.
It looks really, really good.
It was a good color choice. We finally decided to take these off, and good to know that they were rewired at some point. Fairly new wiring, which is nice. It's not the old braided. So now we're going to clean up around here.
This is the original sconces. We thought you guys might like to see up close.
And there's like a candle looking cover that goes over this, where it looks like a dripping wax candle that we have stored away. Oh look, some of the original paint drops behind it.
We have this green all over the house.
Yeah.
Okay, we finished another room 90%.
Yeah, we still have the quarter round to put back on. As you know, we're going to sand all these floors, so we're leaving that part off. But this is the wall color.
Yep, so it's white, but it's a really nice, warm, pretty white in person. And it definitely brightens this space up because, as you can see, it's a little bit dark in here. It's the afternoon, and this room doesn't get a lot of light, so that's one reason why we wanted to do a really nice bright color. We do have a couple other things that we are planning on doing in this room. We still have to get a light fixture, and we have to either put these original sconces back up on the wall, or we have to find something a little more updated to put there. We do have that mid-century dining table going in here, so this might not be the exact look we're going for, but
Yeah, a bit of a decade clash.
yeah, but we'll see. We might put them up temporarily till we find something that we like. And then we have one other project in this room that we're going to show you.
Yes. So here we are in the kitchen looking into the dining room, so you can get a better look at it that way. But this is the pass-through, and we know this was put in the 60s when we took this board off. It had the same laminate that was on the floor, so it was built in 1960. And these metal hanging nuts, corbels, or whatever they are definitely not original to the house. So we're going to redo this section right here. That's going to be a video of itself, I'm sure.
So we'll show you all of that, and also we'll be staging this room with furniture once we move in, and so that will all be in a future video. But for right now, we're really happy to have another clean room.
Yep.